APG Jamie here, and today we're going to work on nature number 63. That refers to the Grumbacher Art Swap, and this video is about me making an ATC, Artist Trading Card. And so the official size is 2.5 by 3.5. It can either be a portrait or landscape orientation of your choice. And the theme, nature, is left up for artists' interpretation, as are all the themes so far on the Grumbacher official fan page on the Facebook thing, Majoggy. As you can see, I'm stamping. I use 2 different blue inks. Oh, there will be a list of ingredients in the description box below. Just click on the word more to see, more information in general, y'all. So I used 2 different inks on the stamp. I don't know who made the stamp, sorry. And this is a Marvy embossing pen. I think I just described in the description box, say they're Marvies. They stay wet quite a while, so you can put embossing powder on there and heat emboss them. But that's not what I used it for per se on this card. I do some heat embossing though, y'all. So there's going to be plenty of heat gun, y'all, in this video, okay? I am going to use the Ranger embossing ink, which is in that little applicator bottle thingy. And I smooshed some out on my acrylic block, and I am applying that with a fine paintbrush to the little blue flowers. Okay. I'm trying to get it just on the blue flowers. Do I succeed 100%? Not necessarily, but that's not the point. The point is I mostly did it, okay? I do like this card, y'all. In fact, I made 2 of them. Not the same, they are different, but sort of the same technique where I stamp an image and then I add the embossing ink and the embossing powder, which I'm using clear. It's the only powder I use throughout the whole thing is the clear. And hey, y'all, can you see the magic when it melts? Can you tell the fine little difference between the 2 blues there? One is, I think, French ultramarine blue, and the other one maybe garden patina. I don't know. I would lie. Check the ingredient list, y'all. And then it was a green Marvy, and I am also going to clear emboss over that part too. The video is sped up for your viewing pleasure. Because, I worked on this ATC Artist Trading Card for near an hour. My recording time was an hour, y'all, just saying. So we're going to use some distress oxide inks, and we're just smooshing them on there with a blending tool sponge thingy. And that one was antique linen. I don't know what this one is. It's yellow. What is it? Oh, fossilized amber. Of course, that would be yellow. And this, I think, is worn lipstick. And when they meet, they kind of make a coral color. Coral, not to be confused with Carl Grimes. Anywho, I'm just buffing them together slightly because, as you know, the distress oxide inks will stay wet-ish for a while-ish. Not terribly long, but just for a little bit. And I'm just using plain white cardstock, standard white cardstock. It's probably like 110, I guess, if you needed a weight on it. So I've got that. You saw I put a little more of the one on there to blend them together just a little bit more. And now I've got this distress glaze. Don't fret and don't worry if you don't have the distress glaze, okay? Test this first. You can use neutral, which is a non-color shoe polish, because essentially the glaze is a wax. I happen to have it, so I used it. And there we go. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference, but it just kind of brightens the colors back up just a little bit. Little bobo there on my stem I decided to fix. Y'all probably couldn't even see it. So that's an unbranded die, and I've cut it out 3 times. I kept the little inside parts because we're going to be fitting them back in there like a puzzle. Okay. So now we're going to layer it up, and I've got, my favorite glue in the bottle is watered down just a little bit so to squish out the little fine tip. And my tip just keeps messing up, y'all. I just need to throw that bottle away and pull out a new one because I have a new bottle somewhere with a new tip and everything. And I'm going to glue the 3 layers together on the flower. The pieces on the inside I will be layering either 2 layers or 3 layers, just depending on what I felt like, because I didn't want them all to be the same. They do look like they're kind of the same, but they're not. Okay. So just smooshing it all together, pulling out a little excess glue that smooshes out, and here are the inside parts. Like I said, I'm going to be either using just 2 layers or the 3 full layers, depending on what I felt like. I don't know what I felt like. I'm just showing you essentially how I did this one. Okay, y'all? Okay. So we just keep doing that till we get them all done. And this dries relatively quickly. As you know, cardstock is somewhat absorbent, and as long as it's not overly wet, it'll dry pretty quick. And if you need to, you can always use the heat gun, y'all, or blow dryer, or set on cool if that's what you prefer. Okay, I like heat. Oh, just saying. So we got them all done, and now we're going to colorize our flower. And I've got orange lipstick, wilted violet, and probably broken china. I don't know, check the ingredients. I smooshed them together, which I really shouldn't have done, but so it goes. I'm still so happy with this. So I'm kind of shaking off a little bit of the extra, and we're going to heat gun it, and it's, this is what we're going to do. I'll heat gun, y'all. I don't know if y'all participated in these swaps or not. They are fun, especially if you like making artist trading cards like I do. Okay. There's typically about a swap every month and a half, 2 months, give or take, a few days here or there, because sometimes we got to think about a theme and, stuff like that. And it all depends on if Jen has, time in her schedule to do it. Because I'm sure, y'all, I've hosted swaps. I am sure there's a lot of work involved in this. Just saying, She's got to receive them. She's got to open them. She's got to take photographs of them. She's got to post said photographs online once the swap all closes and everything. And then she's got to repackage them all and mail them all back out to us. And then I mentioned there's a punch card, and you get so many punches, you get some free stuff, and then you get some more punches, and you get some more free stuff, and more free stuff, and it just, goes on like that. Just saying, because that's how it goes, y'all. I recommend playing, especially if you like artist trading cards. Because some of these that come in, y'all, oh my goodness, they are so petable. You're just, these people do great work. Just saying. So we're going to put another layer of the oxide inks on there. And as you saw, I just smooshed it out there on my little craft mat and spritzed it with a little bit of water. Do I have to spritz it with water? No, I do not. You can also put it on there and then just splopple some water droplets on there and let it sit for 10, 15, 20 seconds and dry the little droplets off, and it leaves a little mottled effect. That's pretty cool too. I like the oxide inks, just saying, y'all. So there goes that worn lipstick. Makes and I'm doing each one of these is kind of different. Now when it goes back together, you're going to go, oh well, there's not much difference in them at all, because there's not. And that's exactly what I wanted. It's just enough to make it interesting. Okay, so here comes one of them marvy embossing pens again. I'm not a big fan of using markers, just saying. I'm not totally opposed to them. As you can see, these are markers and I'm using them. But as in general, I don't do much marker work, okay? I'm essentially just going around the edges on these, and I'm using three different colors, whichever color best matched that I liked it the best it did, okay? Now we got that settled. Because I don't necessarily want any white edges showing. Yes, you can use colored cardstock of your choice. I would still probably ink around the edges just a little bit just because. Now in general, this die is made that you don't fit the pieces back in, but of course you can if you want to, and as y'all may know about me, I don't always do things the way they were necessarily intended to be done. So I don't know, maybe it's my ornery nature. Nature is the theme, y'all. Y'all notice how I worked that word in there so smoothly and eloquently? That's a fancy word for I said it right, y'all. So anyway, now I'm smooshing them back in there. And when paper gets damp, it will swell just a little bit. So your pieces may be just a little tight fitting, which is perfectly okay. I'm just getting them stuck in there. They are not all flat. They are not all perfectly smooth. And that is okay because I wanted the texture. Just saying. As you can see, I'm smooshing glue down in the empty spots before I fit the little pieces in there. Okay? Oh, did I mention I filmed at least 1 hour's worth of video on this and whittled it down to, oh golly, now I already forgot how long I whittled it down to. I don't know, maybe between 15 and 20 minutes, y'all. Let's just say that, okay? Because there will be a little photo montage, just a little one, y'all, just a little tiny one. So I'm fitting the pieces in there. And as you can see, they're not totally the exact same color, which is exactly what I wanted. Just saying. Because if I wanted the whole thing to be exactly the same color, I'd have made the whole thing exactly the same color. Okay, so now this is a Jelly Roll Stardust pen. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of a clear, glittery ink-like stuff, and you can see the color from underneath, but yet you can see the little glitteries, okay? Okay. Oh, I love this pen. I buy them when I get a coupon, and they come 2 in a package from the Hobbit Lobbits. Oh, look, can you see it? I don't know how well you can see it. You can see it real live, and that's what counts, right? It's a real life view. So now I'm going to get that embossing ink out again, and I'm just going to dip straight into the bottle, just like it was paint mostly. And I'm smooshing it on there, and luckily for me, the ink did not come off, because sometimes that ink will come off if you put some things on it, like varnishes will sometimes lift some of that Jelly Roll ink, because, you know, that's what happens. So here comes some more clear embossing powder, y'all. Just doing that, dumping it all off, cleaning up around the edges, because I did not use an anti-static puffer pillow on these. Just didn't do it. Now I've got a leaf I've already die cut out of some scrap paper. I don't think I do anything fancy. Oh yeah, I do. I make the, well, we'll get there in a minute. We'll just wait a second. I don't know if y'all can see. Sometimes I have issues with being in frame. Can you see the magic? I know, it's kind of hard to see, y'all. Magic. Embossing powder. Okay, here comes the leaf. Now, like I said, I'd already had the leaf die cut out of some scrap paper. And I want it kind of waverly, you know, bumpy, sort of like the wind's maybe blowing it, could be happening kind of thing. So I'm putting little strips of what's that, foam tape, for heaven's sakes. Bless my heart, y'all. Foam tape under there to just give it a little rigidly. It's a new word I just made up, y'all. It's a real word because it came out of my mouth, so it's real. And we're just going to layer it on there. Now it's not layered exactly matching, okay? Which is what I want, because I want it to look like the wind's kind of blowing a little bit subtly, okay? And we're going to put another little piece on the back. Okay, now let's pull that off. We'll pull off the release paper. Put some glues on there, because we want to make sure we glue down those open ends. Because it's double-sided foam tape, so it will stick. The foam tape part will stick, but I want to make sure I glue down the other bits. Okay, so can you see it waverly? Now this one I'm going to cup over the edge of the leaf because I wanted to. Can I explain why I want to do these things? Not really, other than I wanted to. Like I said, I'm trying to put just a little bit of motion into this, y'all. Okay, so I'm using 2 little bits of foam tape on there, and I'm going to fold it over. It comes out looking really nifty to me. Now what I don't show is I don't show y'all that I ink around the edge, because y'all know how to do that. Y'all know how to ink around the edge, okay? And I added a word. I didn't show me printing out the, computer printing out a word, and I didn't show me gluing the little word on there, because I didn't. Y'all know how to do that too, because I forgot to film that part. But it doesn't matter. Y'all know how to do that part. Oh, really happy with this, y'all. Just holding it on there for a moment and squishing off some of the little extra glues that came out. Look at that. Look how pretty. It's so pretty. Now you'll see the word in the photo montage and a little ink edge. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. If you'd like to, I'd appreciate you subscribing. I really would. Click the bell if you want notifications of new videos and when I go live. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.